Let me quickly, first up, before we dive into our first question, cut across to Amitabh Tiwari, as well as we have Sanjay Kumar with us, our other two guests joining us shortly. Amitabh Tiwari, big questions coming to the fore. One of the most interesting, of course, before we get into the numbers, is the case of Chirag Paswan. Chirag Paswan, till about 2 weeks ago, himself seemed to suggest that the NDA fighting this election under Nitish Kumar, and now his own political party spinning a completely different narrative, practically projecting him as CM candidate.
No, see, Chirag Paswan clearly realizes the fact that in a post-Nitish era, there is going to be a leadership vacuum, not only at the state level, but in the NDA itself. With BJP piggybacking on JDU for almost 20 years now, what has also happened that the BJP also does not have a pan-state leader with mass appeal. So he is trying to position himself for a future role and pitch himself directly versus Tejasvi Yadav. See, one is also a battle of regaining the past glory of LJP. There are two very contrasting trends for LJP. Its performance in the Vidhan Sabha elections has been deteriorating since its foundation. It bagged close to 12% vote share in 2005 and won 29 seats. Now it has just one seat with almost 6% vote share. So, on a standalone basis, it is not able to do much, but in
Exactly.
alliance with BJP or GDU in the Lok Sabha elections, it tends to do well because it has this pocket of 5 to 6% Paswan Dusad community vote share. But his announcement to contest the elections does bring in an eerie unease in JDU because last time he contested or put up candidates only against JDU and led to the defeat of almost 33 candidates of JDU. So the weakening of the JDU, allegedly also at or ostensibly also at the behest of BJP, did
Right.
result in Nitish Kumar weakening. And there is also a reason for this rift between LJP and JDU is that LJP used to have 11-12% vote share of the Dalit community.
Right.
After Nitish came to power, the creation of the Mahadalit category left only 6% of Paswan Dusad Samaj in the Dalit category, which has just halved the vote share of Chirag Paswan's party and is trying to, by contesting or by announcing or by, as per reports that he would contest from a general seat, is also trying to now project that he is a leader of various castes and communities and not
True, not
restricted.
just the leader of the Dalits, because that is at least what his party is projecting, something that was tweeted out by his brother-in-law as well. But I want to bring in Dr. Manisha Priyam very quickly before we dive into our numbers, and Sanjay Kumar. But Dr. Priyam, for somebody who knows Bihar a little more than most of us, especially where the latest news coming in of Chirag Paswan's party now is trying to spin a narrative. How much do you think, because there are two ways of looking at it. One, of course, you know, that the BJP trying to prop up this narrative to basically make sure that Nitish Kumar is replaced.
So, there are many narratives, but let me tell you, there is one dominant narrative. And that narrative is that this election is being fought under the dominant political leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, everybody is talking about the Madhubani rally, but let me give you the nuances. I have met people who were attending a wedding in Patna, and this was the wedding of a Bhumihar leader's son. The Prime Minister was attending a wedding as a local Neta would. The Prime Minister himself took a Karyakarta meeting of just about 70 people in closed doors. And I have interviewed people who attended that meeting, the BJP workers, and I can tell you how charged up they are. So the main narrative is the one that is not up for discussion. These are all side narratives. And I can tell you, Chirag Paswan's jostling today and saying, I may be chief minister, etc. He also knows in his heart of hearts.
Right.
He was thrown out of Ramvilas Paswan's house. He still came back and said, I am Hanuman ji and I will serve my Lord Ram, etc. This is hardly the moment that he'll go anywhere away. And given the feeble political situation of the JDU, given the very unstable, unfortunate health of the Honorable Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, this is not the time that the Prime Minister will allow Chirag Paswan to go straight on to attack Nitish Kumar and his political base. Rather, he will allow the young personality to play out. The important
Right.
part is that the Prime Minister, by allowing Chirag Paswan, he's using one of the many cards in his pack, which is to show that he also has a charismatic youth leader who can attract. I would see him directed and targeted more towards Tejaswi, who's also projects himself
Okay.
as a young dynamic
And less
leader.
on Nitish.
Yes, yes, that's how I
All
look
right.
at it.
Very interesting. Before we cut across to our first numbers, viewers, which is the preferred chief ministerial candidate of Bihar, and how the tracker has projected each of these political personalities through a course of February 25, April 2025, and May 2025. I want to bring in Sanjay Kumar, co-director, Lokniti, CSDS, and psephologist, because Mr. Kumar, at one end, of course, is party affiliation and then is personality affiliation. How much does it matter in terms of vote if a particular personality does better than the others? Do people really vote on personality or party?
See, personality alone does not ensure party's victory. There has to be a combination. A good personality or a personality which attracts vote, it attracts vote only and only if the party has a sizable support base. I think party still remains at the core of voters' choice. If you ask this question to the voters, whether in Bihar or any part of this country, and we have been asking this question, a very large number of Indian voters, just to cite the numbers, roughly 60 to 65% of Indian voters say they decide whom to vote for, keeping in mind the choice for the party. So party becomes very, very important. Yes, leadership is also important, but leadership, if the party is sinking, even if there is a charismatic leader, he or she cannot pull votes for the party.
All right, fair point. So